Hello dear friends, Namaste and welcome back to my channel. This is Ashoo here and today I will be talking about the power of beliefs because this is something that is a topic I really care about. It is at the bottom of my heart and I really care about how our belief systems can shape our lives. And today I'm going to talk about how the beliefs are shaped when we were in our childhood from our early years and how they are affecting us now even we don't know how they are affecting us because we are working most of the times from our core beliefs, and these core beliefs, if somebody asks you, okay, what is your core belief behind this action, probably you won't be able to answer. Chances are you won't be able to answer because if I ask you, okay, you decided to write a poetry, you decided to write a book, what is your core belief behind this? So I will start thinking, my core belief, oh, I think I would like to write a book, I would like to express my ideas. I can say that, and because it will make me feel good, I can express my ideas, I can write them down, people will read them. But what is your core belief behind that? My core belief behind that is it will make me feel good. No, that is not your core belief. So if you want to write a book and you want others to read about it and you will feel happy, your core belief is that I want to express myself. I need to be expressed. I don't feel expressed enough. I have ideas that I want to express. So I am worthy. I'm worthy of expressing. Maybe the core belief is that I'm worthy of expressing, that is making me write a book. There might be a lot of people who think that they have ideas, they have beliefs, but they may not bring themselves to express those ideas in the form of a book or make a video like this as I'm making. So when we think we are worthy of expressing, we are worthy of being listened to, and we have the right to express ourselves, this is coming from the core place. It is a belief system that I believe I am worthy. I believe my thoughts are worthy. I believe that my ideas are worthy. And I want to share it with the world. So that is the core belief behind the people who want to write a book and who have realized their worthiness through overcoming some kind of illness or disease, or who have some knowledge and they think, okay, my knowledge is worthy of being expressed. I have this knowledge, I want to share it with the world, my knowledge is worthy. So that is the core belief. And normally what happens, we are not able to identify our core beliefs because we ourselves don't know what are our core beliefs. We are operating 95% of the time from our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind is made up of our early year beliefs. Imagine a little baby who is coming to this world, a teeny tiny bundle of nerves, muscles, sensations, and his mind is pure, his mind is clean, like a clean slate. And so how is going to grow up in this world? Who are the people who are going to write those scripts on his consciousness, on his mind? It is his parents. The primary caregivers will be the parents, grandparents, society, teachers, friends, neighbors. Anybody this child will come in contact with, they will shape his experiences, and the kind of feedback he will get from this world will shape his experiences in this world. So these are the people who are the primary caregivers who are going to narrate his life, who are going to create his belief system, because this child has no sense of his self except that. So this sense of self, yes, this is the right word to say, the sense of self, this child who is just a teeny tiny bundle of skin and flesh and throbbing with life, with pulsating heart, and he's welcomed into this world by these primary caregivers who are going to take care of him. Now, how they're going to take care of him, what kind of scripts are they going to bombard this child with, will be the determinator of what kind of belief system this child is forming in those early years from 0 to 7 years. Now, if you read the research, the primary years are the major years that shape the entire cognition of this child, the belief system of this child, and this information is going to be pushed into the subconscious mind, and this adult child, when he grows up into an adult, will be operating from this feedback that he had gotten from his parents. So it's very important, if there are moms and dads who are listening, even if you're not mom and dad and going to be a mom and dad, and even if you are not, you're single, still for yourself, it's important to understand that our sense of self is created from our childhood belief system. That is our core beliefs. We may not be able to see our core beliefs. We may not be able to identify our core beliefs. We need to do a work deeper than that to identify our core beliefs. We need to start observing ourselves. We need to start observing our behaviors. We need to start observing our thoughts. We need to start observing our feelings. And these will signal to us what our core beliefs are. Let's say you're not feeling good. Something happened in your life and you're not feeling good about that situation. So we will simply just say, oh, I this thing happened, I'm really not feeling good about this incident, this person did this to me, that person did this to me, it's not making me feel good. So we focus on reactions, that how the subconscious core beliefs, they create reactions in us, and we really don't know what is the reason why I'm feeling bad. I might be feeling bad because I have a core belief that I'm not good enough, because of the feedback I got as a child that you're not good enough, you don't do anything properly. What did you do? Look at this. You are stupid. How many times I have to tell you? Don't sit there. Don't eat that. Don't go there. So there's don'ts and shoulds. If you have listened to don'ts and shoulds in your household, then you are there. You can see that these shoulds and don'ts are the part of our cultural conditioning that have created who we are today. And we are transmitting the same data, we are downloading the same data to our children because we think our parents are gods. They did the best for us. They knew, of course, they did the best they knew. But it may not be the best from the universal point of view. It may not be the best from the psychological point of view. It may not be best from the energy point of view. It may not be best from the spiritual perspective, where we come from a place of love, where there is no fear, where there is only love, there is no fear, there is no judgment. But when we came into this world, these little babies come into this world, they start getting all kind of judgments. They start listening to the judgments. It's so difficult for us even to stay away from the judgment. So that's where these practices of mindfulness, presence, they help us to step back from the place we are right now and start looking at our judgmental mindset. How are we judging people around us? How we are judging the situations without going into the knowing that each person has come with a unique narrative written on his brain from the parenting he got in this world. We judge other people. And that little baby whose brain has been washed, whose brain has been rewritten with a script written over by his parents, he could be born in the family of alcoholics or in the family where he was abused, or he could be born in a very loving family. There are scripts, there are narratives that are written which operate in the form of subconscious thoughts and making us believe about ourselves and take decisions in our life that are coming from the subconscious. So we have subconscious, the important layer. 95% of the time data that we are using is coming from our subconscious, from our core belief patterns. Then we have 5%, our mental plane, the conscious mind, from where we're operating and say, oh, I'm feeling bad, I think I'm having a stomach ache, I think I did that action, that's not making me feel good. But why I did that action, what was the core belief behind doing that action, is all happening on autopilot, subconsciously. So in this video, like I have told you, where our beliefs, core beliefs, it's very important for us to identify our core beliefs if we really want to make a shift in our lives, if we feel stuck in our lives, if we want to improve our lives, if we want to something better in our lives, if we want to do more than what we're doing, or if we're not content with certain things in our life, we want to move forward, we want to attain certain things, but our beliefs are coming in the way. And it's not that you can see your core belief, but it may occur in the form of postponing the things. It may occur in the form of the stoppage of energy, the flow of energy in your body and mind. You might make excuses, I'm too busy, I don't have time for that, or you may doubt yourself. So we are very clever, and we try to hold ourselves back because we are feeling powerless, and we don't know why we are feeling powerless, because we have not identified our core beliefs. Because identifying our core beliefs requires some work, it requires some awareness, it requires some presence, it requires some reflection. So if you are in a situation where you think that you would like to look at your core beliefs, then don't forget to do your homework of going back to your childhood and try to look into your household, what kind of feedback you were getting, and be more aware, awake yourself to that feedback that you got. What was the pattern in your household? What kind of parenting your parents got? What did their parents tell them? So it's very important that we learn to look at our core beliefs if we really want to heal ourselves, if we really want to connect with our core self, if we want to connect with the authentic self, which we have to redo the process. We will have to wash the scripts that have been written in our consciousness, and they are making us brain operate from that software. We have to rewrite that software. That is why we talk about reprogram your brain. Your brain is plastic. The researchers said your brain is plastic, you can reprogram your brain. Yes, it is very much possible, but for that, first of all, you need to know that we have a brain, and we have a consciousness, and we have a subconscious mind. We are multidimensional beings. We do not operate on a single physical plane where our senses can see and feel and explore on physical level. We are much deeper than that. We are multidimensional beings. We have vibrations, we have frequencies, we have energy, we are made up of energy. So start looking at yourself from that perspective. You will be able to tap into your wholeness as who you are. So without digressing, I'll go back to the point where I was talking about the little sensory bundle of nerves, that little child who had come into this world, and without knowing what was good for him or what was bad for him, mommy and daddy started telling him, don't do that, you shouldn't do that, this is not right, you're stupid if you do that, you're appreciated, mommy's happy when you do that. So do what makes mommy happy, do what makes papa happy. So that's how we grow up, learning things that make others happy and not loving ourselves. So we hear talks about love yourself, loving yourself. What it truly means to love yourself is to connect with your core self. And what is our core self? Our core self is the self that has no judgment, that has no negativity, that has no fear, but complete connection with the self. It comes from the heart connection. Oh, I like doing this. It makes me feel good. I like doing that and have no fear of expressing it. I can go and get it out in the world, what I like, without having a fear of being judged by the others. So that the fear of judgment that holds us back from doing so many actions, that is the first indicator that you can explore yourself, you can go back to your authentic self, you can try to look at how your authentic self is hidden beneath the layers of the cultural conditioning, the conditioning you got in your unique parenthood, in your unique family, from the unique patterns that you are carrying in your mind are operating your life. Either they may make you physically or in the outer world successful, but you may not be happy inside. When we are connected with our core selves, inside out, we are connected. We are operating from a complete sense of self. And this sense of self has no judgment. It is coming from a place of flow, a love, intuition. You know what's right for you. There's no self-doubt. That is what I mean by core self. And if you are a parent, it is very important for you to educate yourself about the right developmental stages of children, and how children develop, and how you can give them that space of exploration to create meaningfulness around their world through their own experiencing, without imposing your ideas, your judgments, your beliefs on your child. That is a very precious way you can bring up your child, to keep his divine self alive, to let him be in touch with his own self and find meaning making in the world through his own experiencing. But what happens, what we do to children is we try to create meaning for them. We superimpose our belief systems we have learned on them, because We believe that is the best for them. We are afraid they might not hurt themselves if they don't know this, but this is not accurate. This is not accurate. We may teach children what is right for them through giving them a playground where they can explore and facilitate their exploration as adults. We need to facilitate their exploration. Let me give you an example. This is a child, a little child, 3-year-old child who has not developed any sense of reasoning at the age of 3. He doesn't know what's right, what's wrong, what's good for him, what's bad for him. And this child is on waiting with his mom on the bus stop, and he is so interested in playing. These children are so curious. He's playing, and he's running towards the road. And the mom stops him. Don't go there. You might hurt yourself. Bus will come. Come here. And the mom calls him, and he goes and sits back. After some time, his curiosity awakens and he goes again. So he's doing it frequently, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Mom sat, and then she got angry and she slapped the child. I was watching all this. Now, what's happening is the mom has no connection with child's developmental stage. Mom has no connection with child's psychology. She doesn't know that child has not developed a sense of reasoning at this age. So what would be the right way to interact with this child? The mom has to win the confidence of the child. She has to take him in trust through beginning and warming him up with a loving talk. Hey, Julie, come here. Julie, I know you're liking to play over there, but can you see a lot of traffic is coming from that side? A lot of vehicles, buses are coming. And the Julie looks there. Mommy's saying, right, a lot of traffic is coming from there. Julie, what do you think? If you suddenly go there and you forget that there's a traffic coming, what might happen to you? And Julie's taken aback. Oh my God. I don't want to hurt myself. So Julie has learned to make meaning out of this experience on her own. In her own right, she can see that if she goes there, she might get hurt. And her mom had made it a point to let her see it herself. So this is what I mean. Instead of just telling the child, don't do it, don't do it like a repetitively, like a parrot is parroting, and then suddenly shriek. You are stopping the flow of the child's energy. You're numbing him. You are stopping the flow of energy in the child. This child will either withdraw, he will either show anger and become really more uncontrollable in future. He will throw temper tantrums, or he will completely become silent. He will stop expressing himself because you are not activating his real sense of self, where the meaning making must be coming from within the child, not from outside the child. So if you are a parent of a child, it is my kind request to you that start exploring, start thinking, start reflecting about how you can help create core beliefs in your children which are love-based, which are not powerlessness-based, which are coming from your fears or your lack of knowledge or your ignorance around parenting and child development. That's all for today. Namaste.